If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always have gotten. If you want to be something different than you are right now, then you've got to change what you're doing. You have to become a different person to be able to become a new person. It doesn't come like you become a new person and then you change your habits, you change the stuff that you do in your everyday life, you change the sacrifices you have. No, it doesn't make any sense. You change those habits, you change what you sacrifice, you change your discipline, you change your day-to-day schedule, and then as a result, you change to a different person. If you're looking at someone else and thinking, I want to have what they have, I want to be like them, or you're looking at people and saying, I don't want to be like them, I don't want to live my life like them, or they're a bum, or whatever. You have to effectively do different than them, because if you do the same things as them, you will become those people. You have to think about what those other people are doing, and you have to reflect on yourself, and if I'm doing the same things. If you're doing the same things, guess what? Most likely you're going to end up just like them. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. If you do the same things as other people, you'll have the same things as other people. If you do something different, you'll have something different. It's not a groundbreaking point or something, some type of like crazy insight, but it's just common sense that's, if you really look at it, is kind of almost super peaceful and super like freeing for your mind almost. You almost get to realize that, oh shit, if I just do different than these people, then I become better than them. Then I upgrade my life if these people aren't doing what I'm doing right now. Like, let's say I go to the gym 5 times a week and I'm looking at someone who goes to the gym once a week. It's like, well, if I don't want a physique like him and I want to have a good physique, it's pretty easy. I just got to go to the gym. I just got to do what he's not doing. And look at someone else who has a great physique and look at what they're doing. Look at how they're eating healthy and how they're doing that. Like, it's pretty simple. And it all comes down to, what are you going to sacrifice for the things that you want? What are you going to sacrifice for the things that you want? It's easy to sacrifice things that we don't like. It's easy to sacrifice the things that don't matter to us, but the things that we care about, that we have to let go to achieve our goals, are the hardest things. And that is your test. That will be your test of the universe or God or whatever you believe in, testing you of if you really want it. Do you really want it? Do you want it enough to sacrifice these things? For example, if I go out drinking every weekend, I love to drink, but I want to have a good physique, and I don't want I want to be ripped, and I don't want to have every week when I go out, my muscle gaining is being slowed down. I'm gaining more fat. I can't drink on the weekends. Either I have to pick one. I drink on the weekends and I realize that that's more important to me than a physique, or I say the physique's more important and I stop drinking. And whatever you choose, that's up to you. I don't care. But you have to understand that that is what's going to have to be made. You have to look in yourself and think, what will I sacrifice for the goals that I want? And that really becomes of how bad you want it. It's what will you sacrifice? And it just brings me back to, if you're not changing who you are, the first thing that has to change is your habits. The first thing that has to change is the things that you do every day. Like, you're not going to become a new person, this person that you want to be. Like, you have a image in your head of someone you want to be. You will never get to that person without changing what you do first. You're not going to become that person, and then as a result, your habits will start to change, and you'll start being more disciplined, and you'll start working harder, and you'll start not going out on weekends. You'll stop smoking weed. Like, no, all that stuff has to happen first, and then you will become the product of those habits. So if there's something that you want, and you're waiting for it to come before you change who you are, you're going to be waiting a long time, bro. You're going to be waiting a long time, because it won't happen. It won't happen. You have to change who you are first for the universe to say, okay, we're going to give this person, we're going to give him this change that he wants. because he's doing the things to earn that. It just comes down to, you got to be a different person than you've always been if you want something different. And you're gonna face trials and tribulations. You're gonna face setbacks. You're trying to stop drinking, and your friends ask you every weekend, "Yo, you want to go out? You want to go out?" And that's your test. That's your test to say, "No, I'm okay. I want to stay in, and I want to do what I'm supposed to do, even though it's not what I want to do." And that is the universe. That is God testing you and saying, "How bad do you really want this, kid? How bad do you want this?" Because if you want it bad, you'll say no. You'll pass my test, or you fail a test, and you end up going out, and you end up waking up and you're pissed at yourself, and you don't want it that bad yet. It's not that much of a priority to you in your life. But if it's a priority to you in your life, best believe you are going to achieve it. If that's something you want, you're going to achieve it. If you do what everyone else does, you'll have what everyone else has. It's the same thing, just reworded. If you do what everyone else does, you'll have what everyone else has. If you want to be normal and want to be average and want to follow the herd, then you'll have what everyone else has. Yes, you will go and have fun. You will go out and be someone who's fits in, feels like they're a part of the group, a part of the normal, but you'll also be the normal. You'll also be the person who works a regular job, who gets a part, like whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe this isn't for some people, but get a partner, settle for a partner that they really don't want, settle for the goals, like not really achieve your goals, and settle for the life that you really don't want, settle for the physique that you really don't want. If you do what everyone else does, you'll have what everyone else has: an average life, an average physique, an average existence, an average life. But if you do what everyone else doesn't do, and you're a black sheep in a herd of white sheep, then you will be different. You will be different. So if someone's looking at you and saying, "Yo, why are you doing that? Why aren't you coming out with us?" Yeah, I want a nice body too. I want to be jacked too, but like, bro, just have fun. It's not going to affect that much. It's like, you got to look at that person's physique. You got to think, should I be taking advice from this guy? He goes out every weekend. He's not ripped. Doesn't look how I want to look. Should I be doing what he's doing, or should I do something different? Should I be smoking weed if I don't want what other weed smokers have? If I look at other people that smoke weed and I'm like, I don't really want their life, should I keep smoking weed? Probably not. Because if I do what everyone else does, I'll have what everyone else has. It's just a simple law that makes sense. If you are gonna do what everyone else has done, you're just gonna get what everyone else got. And it's super simple, but it's not hard to do. It's not hard by any means, because obviously we want to fit in. There's some part of us that wants to, be with everyone else and do what everyone else does. And it's hard to kind of go against the grain sometimes, but I'll tell you, you will do it if you really want to. If you really want to go against the grain and do what you want to do, and people are looking at you like you're weird and stuff like that, I'm like, why are you doing that? You won't care if that's something you really want to do. I've been there, trust me. I used to play basketball, like super seriously. And I would work out 3 to 4 times a day, 6-7 hours in the gym every single day, in high school, in middle school. And people used to always look at me like my friends. I never wanted to really hang out, didn't do the parties, didn't do the drinking. And I would always just be like super grinding in the gym. And my friends and people that I met would just be like, bro, you work so hard. Why do you work so hard? Like, I don't get it. And I would just be like, bro, I want to be great. I want to be a basketball player. I want to make my dreams come true. And that was the truth. And that's why I worked so hard. And I didn't care about anyone saying, yo, you have no friends, bro. Oh, you're not doing this, or you're not doing that. You're not hanging out. Like, you're not cool. I didn't care, because I was like, bro, this is what I want to do. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you say about me, or if you don't like what I'm doing, because I honestly like what I'm doing. So anything you shit on it, it won't even affect me. It won't even internalize to me and be like a knock on my soul or anything. because I honestly like it. And I don't really care what anyone else says. What is a knock on your soul is like, if you're kind of faking it and you actually do care about what other people think about your dreams or what you're doing, and you're doing it for other people, and then they knock it, then that's going to hurt you. But if you're doing it for yourself and you want to do it for you, you'll be like, bro, I don't care. I can shrug that off. I don't care. And that's what I'm saying with physique, fitness, wellness, whatever it is, even getting money and being successful, you're not going to care. If you really want a great physique and someone's like, bro, you can eat a fast food burger, you're going to be like, no, I'm not. I'm going to be like, you're weird. I'm going to eat this and enjoy myself. You're weird for going home and wanting to eat ground beef. You'll just be like, all right, I'm weird. You don't care because it's what you actually want. It's what you actually want. If your goal is to look cool for people and like to be like someone who's like, oh, I'm just going to eat because everyone's eating and that's that thing. And someone goes, yo, bro, why are you not eating? Or, well, you say you want a good physique, but you're eating this. That's going to hurt your soul because you're doing it for other people. If you're doing it for yourself, you won't get hurt, bro. You won't internalize any of that. I just end this message by saying, if you do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. So if you don't like the situation you're in right now, or you don't like the situation of people that do what you do, and you look at them in the future, and you don't like their situation, or you don't like the situation you're in right now, something has to change. Something's got to give, man. You got to start sacrificing things. You got to realize what things you have to sacrifice. And I'm not saying sacrifice like you have to always sacrifice something huge or something. It could be as little as like, I'm going to wake up an hour earlier and go to the gym. I sacrifice my sleep, 1 hour of sleep to get healthy. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I sacrificed my job to get healthy. No, you just sacrifice little things maybe. There's little things. I sacrifice that late night ice cream sandwich for my health. I sacrifice that 30 minutes of cardio 3 times a week for my health. That other time that I would be spent fucking jerking off. Whatever else you do. So just internalize that if you don't want to be where you are right now, something's got to change. Something in your life has to give if you don't want to be the person you are right now. If you're not happy with who you are or with people that are doing the same things as you are in the future, if you're not happy with the way they look, you got to change something. You got to change. Because if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. All right, you guys probably get the point now. But anyway, this has been Sergeant Wellness. A little TED Talk for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the channel. Join the movement. Let's go.